It's called the divorce fog for a reason. You kind of lose your mind.
You're listening to Squeeze Lines, where truth stings, laughs heal, and nothing's off limits. I'm Tyler, the daughter.
I'm Robin, the mom. And if life gives you lemons,
We're squeezing lines instead.
so grab a seat, open your mind, and get ready to laugh or cry because we're not here to play nice.
We're here to get real.
Hi.
Hi.
We're talking about divorce and kids and what you're not supposed to do.
Yes.
Yeah. So my philosophy is for the betterment of your child or children, no matter what age they are, they should be 100% out of your divorce, out of when you go to court, when you talk to a lawyer, when you talk to your friends or family. They shouldn't even be in the house. So when you're going to have those conversations, walk outside, go into your car. Or a lot of people say, well, I'll wait till they go to sleep. But guess what? They hear everything when they're sleeping. And
Yeah.
no one believes me, but they do. And unfortunately, they'll find that out later when their kids, tell them all about it. So I don't believe that it's their business. And if they ask, I would simply just say that this is between your parents and or dad and I or mom and I or
So what would you
whatever
say
their
if
name
the
is.
kids want to know what happened? Like, why?
Well, first of all, I would hope that that's a conversation before to have. I mean, you're going to tell your kids. In order to tell your kids, there's also a certain way of doing it for their, the best outcome. And that is sitting them down and saying, we love you. We love our family. Our family is going to look different, but we're still a family and we're going to not live together. And it's going to be better for our family. Sometimes we don't get along and we just feel like we could be better friends and better parents to you. And just keep on reassuring them that we love you. This has nothing to do with you, and answer their questions briefly and just keep them go right back into, we're still a family. It just looks different. There's many different looking families and this is one of them. And that's about it. I mean, it's kind of brief, but again, you're there to comfort them and to briefly answer questions and bring them right back to, we love you so much. You are our priority. Like, you're going to be okay. All of those things.
Yeah. And I think that's what you and Dad did when you sat us down and told us.
Yeah. We practiced that. We had to get on the same page. Yeah. We weren't going to do that if we weren't on the same page. Because if something were to happen and someone was going to explode or something, that couldn't happen. I didn't want that to happen. So, and it didn't. It was successful. We were cohesive. We said that to you in that conversation.
Yeah. It was like thinking back on it, it's like just a very out of body experience.
Yeah.
I remember sitting on the couch, hearing it and just hysterically crying. Because, as a teenager, you like already understand what divorce is. You've seen your friends' parents do it or you've heard about it. And it's kind of one of those things you don't think is going to happen to you or your family.
Right.
And then it does.
Yeah.
And that was
Where do you,
hard.
I know where it was that when we told you, where in our house, where do you think it was?
In your bedroom.
Oh, okay, good. Because you said couch.
There was a couch in your bedroom.
Oh, right.
That wicker
couch. Oh, that's right.
I was sitting on the wicker couch.
Yes, at the time it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really hard. Yeah. But yeah, I do remember like you turning it to us and like, we're still a family. We love you. Like, this has nothing to do with you. This is everything to do with us. And, but I think it was still hard to wrap my head around for a really long time.
Of course.
It still kind of is today. It's like,
yeah.
just a wild thing, because I think for me, because I saw your relationship as the ideal relationship, I didn't see that many issues. I didn't see.
Well, because it's not something that you should have been like privy to. Unfortunately, sometimes when there's fighting, or loud fighting or whatever it is, then clearly
I mean, I
you
definitely
kind
heard fighting once in a while,
Yeah.
but to me, it was never the severity of
what you think would be
a result
constituted divorce.
as a,
Yeah.
yeah. And like, I do believe, though, I mean, I guess this is a different topic, but like arguing in front of your kids, I do think that you should model it and not do it behind closed doors.
Right, absolutely. We did that. If you can find resolution, like
Right.
that's a practice also.
Yeah. Just so your children learn to grow up and look at what a resolution is, what healthy arguing is, or discussions. And
Right.
I think that's healthy. But yeah, I don't, it was just mind boggling, because I always strived for the relationship that the two of you had.
Yeah. Well, I believe, I mean, we were married for 20 years, so I believe that most of it was a complete success. I
Yeah.
mean, you and your brother are amazing people, and I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I think it's because of us
Absolutely.
and the surroundings and the people that we surrounded you with and the support we surrounded you with and the schools we brought you to. I mean, everything was specific, not for a divorce, but just for your well-being.
Yeah.
And so that was not going to stop.
Right.
And so I think for children of divorce going through it, there is therapy designed for recovery from divorce. That means while you're in it. Anyway, divorce recovery is really for the people going through the divorce and then their kids should be in counseling for sure. But the people going through divorce, it's called the divorce fog for a reason. You kind of lose your mind because there's so much to read and it's just brutal, and how it's written is just very cold, and it's just emotionally taxing. And getting support and having someone help you. Like, I sometimes go to court with my clients. I help them at all different levels for court.
Yeah.
I also work with a bunch of lawyers, family lawyers in Chicago and the suburbs, that can do the emotional part, is because they're not really equipped for that. They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And if you keep on calling your lawyer, and they're charging $600 an hour,
Right.
You'll
Lose all your money.
basically.
So how, for you, or like, how would you recommend recovery from divorce?
Get yourself into therapy and get your kids into therapy. And hopefully that would be like a family counselor, because then you could do it together, which is wonderful. And then there's the reunification process. And that's super important, but that, comes later, because you have to find some sort of balance and like recover from what's gone on. And especially if it does take years, and
Yeah.
usually it doesn't, but it's just life.
Right.
So that is super important. Also, talking about it with your friends and family is probably also not a good idea, because then you're just living it. Like, you're not catching a break. You talk to your lawyer, talk to your therapist. You are brief with, like, this is what happened in court, and then you carry on, because it is too heavy. But as far as the children go, this is a different story for them. They live a different life than their parents. One major thing that I absolutely recommend is that each parent calls whatever, if there's two moms or two dads, I don't know, but let's just say there's a mom and a dad, and if you're talking about the other person, you say dad. Or, like if I were to talk about dad, I would be like, what's dad up to? Is dad coming today? I don't say your dad. So when people put your in front of the parent's name, or whatever you call your parent, that's a cutoff switch. And it's crass and it shows that you're removed from that. But if you're going to tell your kids that you're a family, then it's dad and mom and mom or dad and dad or whatever it is.
Right.
It's still the same, not your.
Yeah. And that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I correct that. I think more than anything, I've corrected that over the multiple years because that is so important. I hated that my mom used to do that, and I literally couldn't stand it.
Because it's also a little passive aggressive towards your children without realizing it.
Correct. Because it's yours now,
Right.
not ours. But dad has always been dad, and that's how he's going to be.
And that's, nothing's changed there.
So when my mom would be mad, she'd be like, well, you can call your dad. You know, that was all the mistakes. I think that's probably why I got into therapy is because not that she made every mistake, she didn't, but I knew there was a different way. There's just no possible way that your kids could be your friends in a divorce and or your confidant. Mm-hmm. It was horrifying.
Yeah.
So, and that happens. It happens then, it happened then, it happens today. And you have to watch it because your kids are not your best friends.
Right.
They're your children.
Yeah.
No matter what age. Again, if you were 40 years old and I was getting divorced, I would not talk to you about it.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope that answers some questions to add to the previous divorce podcast. It's just an addition. Part two. I'm sure there'll be many other parts.
Yeah. Adios.
Adios. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Be sure to follow, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a good squeeze.
Of course, everybody needs one.
See you next time on Squeeze Lines.